This is Chendra.
Chendra was shipped to the Oregon Zoo when she was barely 5 years old from Malaysia. The story is that deforestation from the palm oil industry wreaked havoc on her home. She lost her family, she lost an eye, and that day, she lost her freedom.
The Oregon Zoo insists that Chendra's kidnapping was her rescue. But they have also conveniently hidden that she is on loan from the Malaysian government for breeding purposes. If the zoo truly cared for Chendra, she would be at a sanctuary, not trapped in a dismal enclosure to be used for breeding. The Oregon Zoo elephant enclosure is only a small 6 acres, and 2 of those acres are already allotted for foot traffic, leaving only a meek 4 acres remaining for the 5 elephants trapped inside. Studies suggest that most elephants need the bare minimum of 100 acres per individual to be able to roam freely. Some herds have been reported wandering territories that are up to 200,000 acres in size. Zoo enclosures deprive elephants, as well as all other animals, of a natural existence. The unnatural environment in the Oregon Zoo has left Chendra walking on cracked toenails. The ground is covered in a thin layer of sand, which when ingested can cause fatal blockages.
Screaming children, glass, broken bones, insufficient diet. The list goes on. And this is captivity.
With their natural high sensitivity to sound and noise, elephants at the Oregon Zoo suffer, located directly next to the amphitheater, where extremely loud concerts and events are regularly hosted. The Oregon Zoo time and time again has placed Chendra in situations that could have severely injured or even killed her. Years ago, there was a massive public outcry when another male elephant mounted Chendra. He was significantly larger than her and easily could have broken her back, not to mention the 2 elephants were both different species. And just last year, a similar situation occurred, and Chendra was impregnated by one of the larger male elephants. The zoo claims that they had no idea who the father of her baby even was, only that it was one of the 2. Of course, it is also possible that Chendra was artificially inseminated out of public sight. 8 months into her pregnancy, zoo employees reportedly found the dead fetus on the ground in one of the sheds. How long they had been there is still a mystery.
She has suffered a miscarriage and tuberculosis all within a year. She has suffered enough.
The Oregon Zoo has bred 28 elephants, and 21 of those elephants have died prematurely. This is a failed backyard breeding program, and it needs to end. Zoos across the globe breed elephants constantly in hopes of new females, leaving the males born into captivity at the hands of captive breeders, who ship them around the globe to be used for their semen. Zoos claim they care for animal welfare, yet they imprison them and exploit their bodies for petty cash every single day of their lives. Besides sexual exploitation, tuberculosis strains run rampant in zoos. 7 employees at the Oregon Zoo have already tested positive for tuberculosis. Simply by existing, this zoo is endangering not only the lives of animals, but also public health. Due to COVID-19, the Oregon Zoo has experienced temporary closures, and they have requested that the public donate $1 million to help cover the cost of closing their gates. Chendra's care alone could cost up to $500,000. She has severe medical issues from living in captive conditions. Chendra is constantly abused, systematically starved, and deprived of everything natural. Food is kept out of reach at almost all times. And she is beaten with large hooks in order to entice her to perform tricks. But Chendra now has been promised a chance to live free again.
Here we are in Attapogus, Georgia, at Elephant Refuge North America. This 850-acre piece of paradise is going to be home to 7 to 10 elephants that will come from zoos and circuses. They will retire here for the remainder of their life. This is a beautiful habitat for them. Perfect weather, great climate, great topography with pastures, dense trees, water, creeks, streams, and it's a beautiful habitat for elephants.
where you're the only one of your kind, where you get beaten with sharp hooks and forced to do tricks. I know that this sounds gruesome, and I wish that it weren't true, but for Chendra, that's her reality. And it's time for her to go back to walking in the trees and bathing in natural waters and having some peace and quiet. It's time for her to be an elephant again.